So we're going to do the nested if inside the true case, okay, from the row 5 over here, right, because it's just for display purpose. So for display purpose, we will just ignore the things. We'll copy the same formula over here to the working cell. Okay, these are the working cell. Okay, as highlighted over here. So back to the column C4, then just paste the formula here. So from here, I'm going to do the transformations, which is I use the if, open and close the bracket. What's the things I need to consider for the daily? First thing, I need to get the value, okay, the first day. How to get the first day? Yeah, when the column is C4, okay, which is the column is under C, okay. Row doesn't matter because when we move across, it's just changing on the column from C4 until D4. So it's just change your column. So from here, the column C is one of the indications that we're going to start with the first date of the month, okay. And subsequently, we need to check on the end of the month, okay. If it's the end of the month, the next cell will be empty. And when we drag to another cell, right, so if the previous cell is empty, then we also return empty, and so on and so forth. So for this case, over here, these are the conditions we stated over for the daily case. So for daily case, first thing we can think of is using column formula, open and close bracket first, and then we're going to use this C4, okay. So which pointing back to the formula here. If this C4 equal to 3, then what's the case? Okay, otherwise what's the things? Okay, so this one we put true first, okay, and then false, just to fill out the gap of the formula so that we will not make any mistake. Okay, so for this one, we're going to use the join text, okay, with the very straightforward things and convert it to the value. So the first thing over here, right, when we look at here is, okay, so which is this B2. This B2 need to absolute reference, and we need to add because it's joining the text. So we're going to join this one, C3. So C3 is a month. We will change when we select the month. Okay, and then this one will be hard code as 01. Okay, so that's all. So and then we will change to value. So from here, okay, the next one over here, the first one, I'm going to create another if again, another nested if. Okay, so from here, what's the criteria I'm going to check? Okay, that's now I already mentioned. First one, I need to check month end. That's why there's a all case. So for all case, okay, so in case I forgotten this one, I just put false and true. This is how we write the nested if. Okay, so for the all case, first criteria we can think of is regarding B4. Okay, B4. When move to the next one, right, which is under the D4, we're referring to the C4. That's why we just put one column back. Okay, if this one equal to D4, okay, absolute reference, or we use this formula, okay, trim B4, okay, so and then close. If this one equals to 0, sometimes it just automatic goes outside of what I expected. Okay, so what if it's true? So we're going to return empty. What this is a false it's a false, then it's very straightforward. We're going to just do a very simple things, which is b apps b $4 plus 1, just as simple as that. So when we're done, we can test it out over here. So when we copy the formula and then paste over here, so it's this one, right? It's 31st. So when we go to change it to February, so this one seems like it's not very correct. Okay, so we need to slightly amend it. This is T3, sorry. Okay, so there's one mistake I make over here, which I'm going to use value right of this one. Okay, just write 2 digits, close the value. That's why it doesn't show the correct things. So now it will show the correct things. Okay, this is the things, because just now we are comparing 8 digits and to the 2 digits, that's why never equal. So it's just take the rightmost because it's fixed 8 digits. Okay, so I just take the rightmost, which is 2 digits over here. Guess what? I then convert the value, then I can compare with the end of the month. So when you change to that's April, okay, so looks good. And then July, okay, so this is the thing. So for the time being, we just put February. Okay, so this is just correct for value of the daily. Okay, so daily report, we are done on the selections here. So as you can see, these ones, right? So there are the things we need to change in the input, but I already amended in the input there by just adding the that ISO. So over here, right, basically I'm going to do the conversion of text using this one. Okay, based on the that column A here in the input sheet. So and then you change it to YYYMMNDD. So change the value. So later on we'll based on this one to do the checking. Okay, this is working cell for the daily case. Okay, report type equal to daily. How about the money? So money is here. So what I'm going to change from here? So from here, of course, we're going to write the if formula again. So this is the if formula. What's the criteria? First, we are thinking of, okay, so from here, okay, we're back first. We put back first. Okay, then when we change it to money, so it just keep on showing January because there's no other criteria. So what I'm going to change over here, okay, I'm going to repeat the same. This is a trick on writing the if formula. So the considerations for this case, right, we're also taking the same as this one. Okay, if column is C4. Okay, so the first value. So and then it's very stupid. Sometimes I just want to click one step through the right, but it just go let me straight go out. Okay, so true or false. So from here, right, if it's this one, okay, so we are going to use conversions. Okay, what kind of conversions? Okay, so if it's a C3, we want to display as this date, this year, and with the month. Okay, then you just up to 12 months only. So for the first one, okay, for true case, we also is hard code. Okay, we're going to use value, close it, and then select this one, so reference it, okay, and 0 1. Okay, so this is the case. And what is false? False one, basically we can think of few things over here. Okay, first one, we click on the 12. Okay, it shouldn't be more than 12, or even is empty. Okay, so we return nothing. Over here I'm going to write another if here. So from here I'm going to check using OR again. So the OR case, close it. So the OR over here, what we're going to put, basically we just put we're going to put B4. Okay, equal to 12. Or later on there's an amendment there, so the formula is not complete yet. So from here equals 0. This one is true, then we're going to return empty. So this 12, basically we're going to do the transformation again. So we're going to use value and then the text extractor, right 2. Okay, so close on the bracket. So from here, if it's equal to 12, okay, so it will become empty. Otherwise, what's going on? Okay, so it's very straightforward, because we already have the value B2. I take out the B4, so B4 plus 1. So that's all for the money case. So for money case, similar again, the same things you see, I just replace it. Okay, so you see it looks very excellent now. Okay, and the same things we're going to apply in the label here. So the label here, basically you're going to just display the January and then the date 1, 2, 3, 4 until 31st. So the idea is over here, there's a slight difference. We can copy the formula over here. Let's say this one's daily, right? So you see the if here. So this is the if, okay, until this one. Okay, so there's a slight changes, we cannot probably copy exactly. So we paste it. This one, if it's the 3, and then basically we will not take so much, so we will just put this one as 1. Okay, so and this one, right, this one we will no longer need the right or left. Okay, or right or left, so basically we just remove this one again, and also we're going to change it to I missed out one thing. So this one's right, it's longer C4, is a C5. Okay, so and then this is CB5. Equal to this one. Okay, so what's going on here? So it's all case. This one I'm going to remove the bracket. So this one going to change to B5 and then B5 plus 1. So this is how we change it. Okay, so once we change it, we can verify. Okay, so we can do the daily selections here. So and then of course this one I'm going to change it, this 12, right? Okay, so uncolor it. That's the reason why I uncolor it. Okay, so well, this 12 is the month. Okay, so we are working on this one. So this one looks perfect for the daily. How about for the money? So the money looks also similar. So for the money, okay, so money part, right? So if you see on the money, right, it's under January over here. So this January we're going to copy extract from here until this part. Okay, so we're going to replace the January here. So this formula, the January here, I'm going to read entirely over here. So there's a slight changes over here because we are no longer using the some things like this. Okay, so this one's right. We will slightly do the difference. Okay, different things. So what we're going to do, we are referring to the column C4, D4, okay, and E4 and so on and so forth. Okay, so from here, this column, okay, let's say it's under C5. Longer, we need to change it or waiting. Okay, if it's C5 equal to 3, then this is not the value we are referring to. So this value we're going to change it. Okay, so and then we're going to use X lookup over here. X lookup. X lookup KUP. Type wrongly. So what's the things over here we are referring to? Of course we are referring to right C4 and then just 2-digit. Okay, so what's the reference criteria over here? From the 2-digit C4 over here, so we are go back to the parameters. Okay, so from here until here. So and then absolute reference it, and the next one we are referring to this one to this one. Okay, so in case you not really remember the what's that, the X lookup, what's the third fourth argument over here. So if empty, you cannot find anything, you just put as the empty over here. So this one is asset match, we just put 0, and then just the normal things over here. So X lookup over here, so we will return this one. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. As straightforward as that. We don't even need to think about the additional things. Okay, so from the rest, actually this one, right, we don't even need the if over here. Okay, the reason why we don't even need the if, okay, so I would like to let you know why we don't need the if. Okay, so because I already use X lookup. Okay, regardless it's a column C5 or what. Okay, so from here, right, money here, right. Okay, I can remove this one, just left the invalid. So as simple as that. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do, the next thing, I just copy paste over. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't really need so much case over here because XLOOKUP already handle the errors, okay, which is the empty value. That's why we return empty, because of the rest is empty, so we just return empty. We cannot see anything over here. So when we do one more checking over here. So this one is a working cell, this is the display, okay, for daily, and then monthly. Everything looks good. Okay, so this one we already done over here. So this is the criteria. Okay, for display purpose later on we're going to change using this one, using conditional formatting. This one we will going to remove the color, and then at the end of part we will just do the things here. So and over here, right, we need to do something different. Okay, look at the row over here. The reason why, when we add one more things, right, we just change over here, this formula doesn't change, and then this called row, right, it will expand it, okay, based on this. Okay, so the formula, I just amend this formula and then drag one more things. This is for the ease of maintaining. Okay, so we think about the row. Okay, so this one, and similarly we are going to paste the same things, so it's equal to 18. So this row will be used for the sum over here. So from here, right, we will have the same criteria as here as well. So basically we're going to check the daily and also the money as well. Okay, so for the rest things, right, okay, so we continue on the next part. Okay, so today we're up to this part. Okay, so the next part will cover all the formulas over here, and you see if I need to expand this one, right, it's a lot. Okay, so when I can see, right, I just build one formula and then I drag to the right. So basically this is one formula, this is another formula. Okay, so it looks a lot. Basically just one formula and then can represent everything. And of course the leaf type over here is a sum formula, but with the additional based on with the if control based on the report type. Okay, so see you in the next video.